What's up, subscribers? Hey, appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for all your subscribers. It's your first time on the channel. My name is Mike. I come to you every single day, and I know, look, at the end of the day, I want you guys to be super successful. I want you to be able to drive the car you want, have the house you want, get the credit card you want, live life how you want to live. And most people kind of just go through life with the motions. It's just going through, being average, right? And if you're okay with that, that's fine, right? If you're okay with just being average, but I believe that everybody listening to my voice right now is not freaking average, guys. If you just want to mosey along and be like everybody else, then just do it. If you want to be successful, then you got to take action. You got to start knowing what, and look, the right amount of action with the right amount of education is going to be success. Because look, there's a lot of hard workers out there, but at the end of the day, hard working does not get you to be financially secure and financially. I mean, if that was the case, then janitors and roofers would be, blowing out of, they'd have so much money they wouldn't know what to do. Credit and finances comes from the right information with massive action. Here's what I'm going to share with you. Today I'm talking about 4 things so you guys can get higher limit credit cards. A lot of this you're going to think like some of it is just so basic. But look, I got to take myself back to grassroots for a minute and go, you know what? There was a time when I didn't know the 3 credit bureaus. I didn't know TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. I was like, I don't even know. Right? I didn't know what the 4th credit bureau, Innovis, was. I didn't know that SayStream, ARS were where public records are held. That they're not bouncing it off the credit bureaus to verify the information. I didn't know this stuff. Over the last decade, I've become, almost credit god in a sense that, I've learned the insides and out of the credit game. It's like, look, the best attorneys, they win at the game. They're the ones that are getting people acquitted. They're the ones that when you walk in with, you feel like, man, I am good. You walk in with me when it comes to credit, you're going to know the outcome's going to be good. I can tell you that, okay? Because I've learned all the intricacies, all the ins and outs of how credit works, how it works, the strategies, the tips, the tricks, and really just keeping you up to date on everything about credit. So one thing I'm going to share with you guys is this. If you want to get higher limit credit cards, let me ask you a question. Do you believe that if you had a $20,000 high credit limit on your credit report, that you would have a better chance or a worse chance of getting a higher limit? Put in comments what you think. If you had a $20,000 high credit limit, or even $10,000 for that matter, would you have a better chance or a worse chance of getting approved for a higher limit? Again, guys, we're talking about getting high limit credit cards. There's a few factors, okay? And even as good as I am at credit, there's 528 things that make up the algorithm of a credit card system. When I say system, what that means is humans put together credit card algorithms, right? It was a human that typed it in. Hey, if there's collections, don't be approved. If there's late payments, no approval. If they've got overutilization of X, don't approve the application. So on and so forth, right? 528 different mechanisms that make up a decision on a credit card application. And again, that were just people with putting in data points. They were just humans, right? So when you apply for a credit card online, think about that for a minute. A human put that together. Some are more lenient, right? Like your Credit One Bank, your Capital One Platinum, some of the, maybe the Discover It card. These are maybe a little bit more lenient for people that are, between poor credit and average credit. When you start getting into Citibank Double Cash and American Express and, the Barclays Ring and the Chase, some of the cards that require a higher credit score, the criteria is crunched down. They don't want everybody getting it, right? It's not all about your score, right? A lot of people, I have an 800 credit score, but I'm not getting approved. Well, an 800 credit score does not mean you're going to get approved for credit. In fact, if you have an 800 credit score, but you only have 1 or 2 accounts, which is very possible, by the way. If you have no negatives and 1 or 2 positive, you can have an 800 credit score. But does that mean that you're going to get approved for a bunch of credit cards? No. Does that mean you're going to get a house? No. So it's the meat behind the 800 that I teach. Right? Because it's the biggest misconception. If I just want to get to an 800 credit score, Mike. And I'm like, why? And they're like, I want to buy a house. How many accounts do you have? I got 1 account. Dude, you're not buying a house, bro. That's a pipe dream. right? So I want to help you understand credit. And to get higher credit limits, okay, here's what I'm asking for you guys. Number one, if it's your first time on the channel, please subscribe to the channel, okay? I'm going to help you out every day. Every day I'm coming to you. Every single day, multiple times a day. You go back through my videos, you'll see that I do a video almost 2 times a day to make sure that you're keeping credit at the top of your mind. Number two is all the likes, man. Hit that like button. It takes 5 seconds of your time. Take a second right now. Just click on that like button for me real quick, would you? Click the button, and then also turn on your bell, right? Take a second, turn on your bell, so that way when the videos are coming in every day, you're learning, guys. Okay, so here's the things. If you had a $20,000 high limit credit card, okay, Tradeline on your credit, and you applied for, say, a Discover card or a Citibank card, do you think you'd have a better shot at getting a higher limit rather than having a 1,000 or 2,000 credit limit as your high credit? Duh. Yes. One of the data points that I'm going to let you know about is this. They are looking for your high credit. So if your high credit is only 1,000, guess what? When you apply for a credit card, guess what you're going to get? 1,000, 1,500, maybe they'll splurge on a 2K, but you're not getting a 20K card. Secret number one, must have a high limit Tradeline primary on your credit report, so that way the system picks up the high credit limit and you're more apt to getting the higher limit. Number two, do you think you have a better shot at getting a higher limit credit card if you have 6 months of history, your age, or 6 years of history? Which one would you have a better opportunity with? 6 months or 6 years? Right? It's some of the things I'm sharing with you guys that are kind of silly, but if you didn't think about it, I got people that call me. Dude, I'm getting applied, man. Can you give me some tips? Yeah, I can give you some tips, strategies, and things you need to do. What's your age? I've got a thin file, man. I got about 3 months of payments on a car. Dude, really? You're trying to get a $20,000 credit limit. So again, age is going to be what lenders are looking for, because they want to see the age of your account. 6 years, 72 months of perfect payment history looks a whole lot better than making 6 payments on a credit card or a car. So the more age you have, the more likely you're going to get higher limit credit cards. Okay? Bonus. You cannot have any late payments or collections on your credit report unless you are trying to get the baby boy credit cards. And I said those earlier. Okay, you got the Credit One Bank. You've got the Capital One Platinum card. Those will accept, applications with your credit score being probably around that 580 to 620 credit score. You're going to get approved. Okay, but even with recent new payments, good luck. It is very difficult, guys, to get credit cards when you can't manage the ones you already have. If you got late payments on your vehicle and you're trying to get credit cards, they're looking at that. And it's a system. Remember I told you 528 data points? The system picks it up. There's a late payment. Well, there's a late payment in the last 30 days. There's a late payment in the last 6 months. Do not approve the credit card. Simple, guys. No late payments, no collections, have optimal age on your credit, and have a high credit limit card on your credit, primary authorized user we'll talk about in a minute, when you apply. Or you're going to get the very low limit credit cards. You want high limits? You got to know the secrets, guys. Okay? Now, here's a little trick as well. There's a thing called a reconsideration line. And what that means is this. Because you are applying online, you have 528 data points that it checks before that 30-second mark to say approved or not. Okay? If it spits back and says, we need more information, or we'll send a letter in the next 7 to 10 days, that does not mean that you got denied for a credit card. In fact, I just went through this probably about 6 months ago. I applied for 4 American Express. There's another tip for you guys. You can apply for over 10 American Express cards with 1 inquiry. Okay, that's a whole nother video. 1 inquiry, 10 lines. I went through the same thing, and they said, you know, we're going to reach out to you next 7 days with our decision. Now, I know, because I know the credit game, that is not what it really means. Although it said that, that just means, hey, I'm going to call up American Express, reconsideration line, and I'm going to say, hey, I applied for X card. Boom. It said that online, and ready for this trick? I applied online, and they told me that I need to call in to get my credit limit. Could you share with me what my credit limit is? I'm dropping bombs for you guys today, boy. Yeah, hang on, sir. Let me find out what your credit limit is. What did you just do? Number one, you didn't know. You thought that 7, 10 days meant you got denied. You were waiting on a letter, what we call the kiss of death. Not true. Number two, you were stating, I'm calling for my credit limit, not, hey, did I call? I want to call to see if I got approved or not. No, you don't want to do that. You want to be completely confident and assume that you've been approved. Hey, I'm just calling in today. I applied for your American Express card, and on the screen it popped up. It didn't tell me my credit limit. It said to call in to get my credit limit, so I'm calling in to see what my credit limit is. Does that sound better? Yes. Okay, so we need a high credit limit card. One, you need optimal age, okay, a few years of age, perfect payment history. You are going to need to not have any collections or late payments on your credit unless you're trying to get the baby boys, okay? If you're interested in the baby boys, when I say that, I mean the kids' cards, right? My 12-year-old card, 12-year-old son has one. It's a little baby boy $250 credit limit, right? A little starter card, Mr. T starter kit. You guys can get that, okay? Or you can apply for the high limit cards. And you can be adults. Which one do you want? But if you want to apply when you got negatives and collections and all kinds of stuff on your credit, then guess what? Go ahead and do that. Get the little baby boys. And work your way up. It's going to take you about, I don't know, 8 to 12 months probably before you can actually get something that's a little bit better. And all these people that are talking about secured credit cards, that is so old. Should I get the secured credit card, Mike? Dude, like, dude, what? And again, it's not your fault. You're just not educated, right? That was 2020. That was 2010, where people were getting the little, going to Wells Fargo, I'm going to go get a $200 secured card. I'm trying to build my credit. Like, people, like, that's so old school, right? So what I want you guys to do is I want you to think about getting out of the mindset of you don't need a secured credit card. A secured credit card is simply basically really all that's going to do essentially is going to waste time, because they're going to give you a secured credit card, which then takes about 12 months for you to make payments on time before they'll actually make it unsecured. It's garbage, okay? Whereas I'm going to show you the trick here, okay? So I say all that to tell you this. Number one, you don't ever put the cart before a horse, because if the cart's before the horse, it doesn't go anywhere. The horse goes before the cart so the horse can pull the cart. What that means for you is this. If you right now are looking at your credit report and you have negatives, meaning collections or late payments, those must be taken care of first, or you're not going to get the high limit credit cards. Okay, I'm going to give you a secret in a minute how to do that. Number two, if you don't have any age because you haven't built up, maybe you don't have the negatives or the late payments, but you have a thinner file, I mean, you don't have a lot of age, you're not going to get the high limit credit card. Let me give you a solution real quick. Okay, I'm going to leave you guys with this. In order to get the age and the high credit limit, there are a few options, okay? Think about it this way. If you had a $10,000 primary line on your credit report, do you know how much that's going to help you? When you go to apply, now they see a $10,000 primary, okay? Inside my Associates Edition, you guys get the $10,000 primary for 50% off. Now, I'm not finished yet. Age, because there's no such thing as age primary unless we're talking about rent reporters, okay? Which will report your age up to 24 months. However, you can actually get a high Tradeline authorized user in my course, 75% off competitor prices, and literally put a $30,000 credit limit on there with as many years as you want. You guys get those at 75% off competitor prices inside my Associates or Bachelor's Edition. I'm not finished yet. If you have collections, judgment, foreclosures, repos, late payments, or inquiries, guess what you can do? You have one of two choices. You can play like you know what you're going to do, okay? So, for example, if you have chest pains, okay, or you need your gallbladder, let me give you an example. If you need your gallbladder taken out, you don't try to take it out yourself. You don't like rip out your gallbladder, right? Where do you go? You go to a doctor. You don't try to fix your own root canal. You don't pull your own tooth out, do you? You go to a dentist. If you're trying to do your credit repair, you dumb shit, you don't do it yourself because there's professionals that know how to do it. Oh, I could do it myself. You can't. You can, legally. But do I want to pull my own tooth out? Do I want to rip my own gallbladder out? Do I know what I'm doing? No. I watch your videos so many times, Mike, and I feel like dude, you don't know what you're doing. Look, to be completely honest with you, you don't know what you're doing. Been doing this a very, very long time. Most people haven't a clue. And I go to ask them, I quiz them on something. They're like, I don't know what that means. I'm like, dude, you didn't stop, okay? Because I educate you all the way through the entire process. From the time that you call me and say, hey, I've got collections and judgments, foreclosures, repos, late payments, student loans, I've got inquiries. I need help with it. Okay, cool. I've got the #1 vendor in the United States, guys. #1. Not number 2, not second best, not terrible, not monthly fees, none of this garbage month by month, keeping you on a hamster wheel for the next 12 to 18 months. We're talking about results in under 90 days, guys. Your life changes. How do you get nice cars, man? How do you get Lambos? How do you make your family proud? Be a hero. That's how you do it. You take action. You don't keep watching videos. Videos are great. And although I feel like I give more value on these videos than I should, I want to help you guys. Take the time to reach out, to put one foot in front of the other, and take action. What I mean by that is get into a program. I'm helping you guys in under 90 days. I don't know, Mike. I don't know. I really think this, these companies like Lexington Law Firm, man, they can really, it ain't gonna help you. It's attractive because it's $150, $200 a month. And I'll talk to you in 2024 when you got your shit on your credit still. And you're like, dude, he was right, man. Mike was right. Mark my words. These companies have no incentive to fix your credit. They have you on a monthly payment. You think they have an incentive to rush? Let me finish him in 90 days. So that way he doesn't have to pay us anymore. Dude, come on. Common sense. So, guys, look. If you want results, you got to call the professionals to get results fast, okay? My vendor knows what they're doing. They're the best in the world, in my opinion. Number 2, they are extremely fast. They're using software. They're not using letter format. And number 3, I want you to be an adult. Get your finished so you can let that literally behind your life, and stop worrying about your credit, man. There's so many things in life to worry about. The last thing we want to worry about is, you always like sit at a dealership, you're like, am I going to get approved? Right? They're going back to the sales manager, and you guys are flipping out, sweating. And they I don't know if I'm going to get approved, right? You're always freaked out. You apply online, you're afraid to hit the submit button, right? You're going through a mortgage, trying to get a mortgage, and you're just like sweating it the whole time. Why do you want to sweat things when you can have everything you want? So here's the deal, guys. You want to get results? Here's what you need to do. A, ready? You are going to need the associates program. You got to crawl before you start running, and the associates program is where to start. Okay? I will work with you guys, but you got to call me. Number 2, that's going to give you the elite credit repair. It's going to give you 75% off of Tradelines. And if you want to add in a $10,000 primary line, you can also get that for half off as well. Guys, I am, and a guy, let me just be clear, the primary would be half off, okay? So, look, your credit can't be more important to me than you. I want you to be successful. This is what I do. This is my why every day. This is why I get up out of bed, because I can help more people. I love every one of you guys that are here. I just want to help you. So I'm asking you to take a second. If you haven't hit the like button yet, hit that damn like button so I can get you some high credit limit credit cards and help you live your life like I do, okay? You think I want to be the only successful person? Hell no. I want to have great people with me. It's not fun when you're at the top, man, and you have nobody else to share it with. I want to help you. Let me help you get there. The way for me to help you get there is for you to call me. I'm actually going up to the floor right now. I want to say what's up to you if I can. 904-420-7772. My name is Mike. let's roll, man. Let's get out of here. Let's take action today so you can be a hero and have people looking up to you because you got great credit and you got your money right. Let's roll.